Good evening. Welcome to the Weather and Lifestyle News Show with Investigator News. And I'm Ellie Holder, your host. And hello, Karen. Boy, hurricane. Hurricane and, oh boy, I didn't pull earthquakes. Hurricane, earthquakes, tornadoes, flooding. Oh my. Now it looks like it's going to go up towards Tallahatchie Bay, um, Tallahatchie-Cola. I know I'm not pronouncing this right. Um, Towards Tallahassee. It is strengthening, folks. They said it could be 110-mile-an-hour winds by the time it reaches shore. It's gaining in strength. Uh, they have now started to warn 49 counties in Florida. Now I have a nephew that lives there, and he's over in Orlando, and I'm watching close. Um, and I got, I'm still got a blue thing happening, but it's not showing up blue, but it looks blue to me, and it's odd. It's like, uh, why not purple? Yeah, I like purple or pink, purple and pink. Um, so earthquakes. Uh, I'm going to have to pull them up, and I do. Wow, a 7.1 it hit, um, and so well, you know what I'm thinking is uh, they are all striking real close to. If you watch Dutch sets, folks, um, watch him. This last one with the 7.0, what I'm noticing is a pattern of all of these earthquakes hitting really close to power plants or oil drilling or uh, oil drilling plants, gas plants. Uh, what's going on with this? I mean, because he brings them up, and I'm like, there's another one, and there's another one, and there's yeah, oh, yeah, there's another one. What's up with that? And he's also been catching some beams. Um, so I want to really stay very independent on this, but watch his shows. The last, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 shows, and see what you think. And that's Dutch Sense on YouTube. So, um, Karen, did you get my message? I meant to send you one on Sunday when everything got ordered. I don't know. Hopefully this will help. It's I I got Karen something, and I'm gonna send it to her and for her baby. And um, a lot of people don't have all the setups for to have a baby in their house. Um, and not only that, but where Karen's kind of like me, where my youngest, Danica, when she was a baby, she would spend a lot of time at mom house, a lot of time at my house, and then dad's house. Um, so it was she was movable. And we found, my brother sent me a high chair that was a converted over to a booster seat. Now we didn't use the tall part of it because it made no sense since we really didn't have a kitchen table either at the time. And my daughter, it with the fire and then her moving around, we found that this was very convenient. So I ordered Karen one, and it comes with a bag and everything. Wait till you see it, Karen. Maybe I'll find it and send you the picture. Um, so I sent Karen a high chair for helping. I've sent her an iPad. Um, Folks, I can't let Karen go. How many years? Almost 5 years we've been going. And she does this all for free. I do this for free. I don't ask for donations. I have a link if anybody wants it to donate to the show, but I'm not big on that. I'd rather y'all just share. Yeah, share, subscribe, and the Weather and Lifestyle News Channel, it's different, and I got to keep the political out, and I want to bring in just regular news. so everybody can enjoy it without feeling pressured. It don't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, alien, um, come from Mars. I don't care. Uh, it ain't that right? Ain't that right, Karen? So, so Karen's hung out with me for many, many years. I've had people come and go. I know you guys know it. Um, that his just, because of things going on around him, it backed out. And so I have to keep this going. I believe in my heart. Yeah, I believe in my heart for the show. Not only this show, but the one that comes on after. And I believe in justice for all. It's something way different, folks, that we need. What about trivia and news on Fridays? And you may not agree with the news. I might have to do just trivia to get people to come in and play. Um, I'm getting emails saying, "Oh, I love your trivia, but I don't like your news." Because they're independent or they're a Democrat or they're something else. So, hello, Mr. And then I'm bringing Leon on Thursdays. Uh, and this is going to be a whole new idea, folks, to give you the news with Lee. And I don't know if Democrats will like it or not, but I just wanted to step in real quick and tell you that we have some wonderful shows here, and we call it Investigator News Network. And we are a network, and I add jokes. I've had put out a joke post. It's doing well this week. I don't know why. I haven't went and looked yet, and I haven't even replayed it for myself. Um, but we have jokes, we have trivia, we have justice for all that is about real people and real situations. And at the end, you know what? It sides with them, or they are like the drunk um, teacher. They were going to fire her. They were going to make her resign. A third grade teacher drunk at school. Wow. And then, we have William now coming in. So we have a great network of people here. And I try my best. It's me, myself, and I, and William and Lee, and sometimes Rendy. Rendy has stuff going on, so she can't always be here. So, um, so anyway, I want to move on and get the earthquakes, the hurricane. I've got quite a few hurricane videos. And then I'll move on to some of the fun stuff that y'all join me to watch. And I'm so I don't even know how to thank everyone for watching and sharing this show. It's very popular. Keep sharing, folks. Keep sharing. All right, let's see if we can get this up. Oh yeah, looky there. All right, here we go.
After Hurricane Idalia makes landfall, we're still going to be watching it across Georgia and the Carolinas. So it's going to have effects not just Wednesday, but Thursday, possibly even into Friday. So right now we have hurricane warnings from southern Georgia into northern Florida. Tropical storm watches and warnings extend northward to coastal North Carolina. And it does look like tropical storm force winds very likely North Florida, southern Georgia Wednesday morning, possibly as far as Charleston by Wednesday evening. And then it looks like most of the winds will be offshore after that. Storm surge anywhere from 1 to 4 feet from south of Jacksonville to around Surf City. And this, of course, is based on whether or not surge occurs during peak high tide. So, possible flooding, yes, a big swath of Georgia, the Carolinas. Severe weather possible, especially to the right of the center of Idalia. Could watch out for some odd tornadoes as well. Rainfall, that could be very heavy along the track there. You're looking at 5 to 8 inches in those areas in orange, and of course, falling very quickly. That's going to produce urban street flooding, flash flooding. So if you are in a flood prone area, you need to be prepared.
Yeah, definitely prepared. DeSantis came out. Don't stick around, folks. If you are in these areas where it's going to landfall at 90 to 100 mile an hour winds, Um, Folks, don't do it. Don't do it. They're claiming over the last 2 to 3 years, all the people that are new to the state say, "Wow, I've never seen a hurricane. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube." Don't do that. Pack your family up and go. Who cares? What? You're gonna get what, 1 million votes out of it or 1 million views? Is it worth losing your house or your house being flooded and you at the last minute saying, shoulda, coulda, woulda? No, get out. DeSantis says, if you're in the area, just go away, pack a lunch or dinner and leave for the day and come back. Um, some of these states you can go to, and when it starts reaching up there, then go drive back down or drive south. It's not even going to hit south. Go somewhere where you're not going to be affected by it. And then wait and see what it does to your house. Don't stick around. So many people want to do this, Karen. One of these days, I'm going to have to get Karen on the show. I think y'all would get a big kick out of Karen. Yeah. All right. Uh, all right. So a hurricane Idalia will strengthen, um, and the surge in flooding rains. And now get this. Now I watched a thing with scientists uh, that said that the hurricane that Hillary, okay, and the earthquakes that are hitting down around Central and South America and over in the islands, Puerto Rico, uh, and Dominican Republic, Cuba, a lot of those is causing the surge to be a little bit larger than they expected. So if you're along the coast and you've got these big storm surges, this could be why. You not only are dealing with hurricane, what is it, Idalia? Yeah, Idalia. Is it Idalia or Aldelia? I think it's Aldelia. What a strange name. Make it simple. Call it Ellie, except for go hit Georgia and a few other places. Yeah, I can't say where I want these hurricanes to hit. Hurricanes do not go left, folks. I want you to think on this. For the last 10 years, hurricanes do not go to the left. If you look at the majority of them, in fact, let me see if I can pull this one up. Um,
Hurricane Idalia.
um, uh, well, let me play it and then hopefully it'll come right up. There we go. I'm going to play this and then, I'm going to show you. They always go left, they spin to the left because of the rotation of the storm. They don't go left and then, oh, oops, let's go right for a while. Now, how many hurricanes in the last 10 years have made a right hand turn? Right hand turn, Clyde. They don't do that. Why? Why did they all of a sudden turn left? And I've asked the Weather Channel and I've asked meteorologists, even Noah here, I've called. And they said they don't do that. I said they have. No, they haven't. Yes, they have. So I sent them the info. Remember the one that hit Jersey? Anybody in chat remember the one um, that hit Jersey? It hit right up around Jersey here a couple of years ago. I can't remember the name of the hurricane, but it was going out to sea and then it made a left turn. They don't make left turns. Now, get this, Katrina did the same thing. It was spinning off towards, I'm going to say Georgia, uh, basically Alabama, Georgia, and then it made a left hand turn and hit Louisiana. How does it make a left hand turn? And nobody in the weather and meteorologists can answer my question. Well, I did find it, but it was under weather modification. So I'll leave it there. Yeah, so I'm going to watch this one and we'll move on.
it continues to strengthen in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. And guys, it's pretty much crunch time here. I hope you've made your preparations because we don't have too much time before the storm hits. It's going to make landfall early on Wednesday morning, likely as a Category 3 hurricane. It's still a Category 1 right now. The purple color on this map shows where the hurricane warnings are from the central part of the Florida Panhandle all the way through the Big Bend and then down toward even the Tampa area. Okay, south of there, it's tropical storm warnings. But once the storm moves inland, it'll start to lose some of its wind strength, but still a Category 3 storm making landfall. That's going to be a significant amount of wind damage and also a significant amount of storm surge. This is actually the thing that I'm the most concerned about with this storm because the Big Bend is just a really, really storm surge prone area. Okay, it's really not going to do well with that type of storm surge flooding. 10 to 15 feet. Cedar Key, Horseshoe Beach, and places like that. And that's also where the strongest wind is going to be. So that's where we're likely to have the most power outages, kind of that purple strip on this map. East of Tallahassee, north of Orlando is going to be where the strongest wind is. Not like you guys aren't going to have some pretty strong wind too, but that Category 2, Category 3 strength wind. In addition to all that stuff, we've also got just a tremendous amount of rain that's going to fall from this storm. So be prepared for inland flooding, not only in Florida, but also in central southern Georgia, a good chunk of South Carolina, and then also eastern North Carolina as well.
So as you're saying, they tend to go right. They go right. They always go this way. And now, what as far as Florida? Now, what is going to get hit is let's see if I can do this. Okay, no, let me get it. Uh, this is Florida. Up here would be what goes underneath Georgia and towards Alabama. Now, I got this. Guess what? From someone that speaks sign language and wanted to describe what's being hit. Okay, so this is a long part, and then here is Florida, right? All right, so what is being hit is right up in here, folks. It's right along that strip. That's where the hurricane is going. So it's more towards Tallahassee than it is into Cedar. What was it? Um, uh, a Cedar Creek, I believe, is what they call it. Cedar City is one that might be hit. Appalachia Bay, Tallahassee. It's going to be more north than they thought. And what that does is it causes more rain into Georgia, flooding rain into Georgia, and then into the Carolinas. All right. So hopefully, have you guys had enough of it yet? Um, um, and so they say, why is it strengthening? Why is this strengthening in the Gulf? Well, they say the Gulf of Mexico is getting warmer and it's dangerous. The study examining sea surfaces temperatures readings over the course of 50 years reveals that um, the waters have been getting warmer. And I want to know when they test them. Do they test it in the summertime or the winter? And if you have a beach, you know how you wade in the water and it's kind of warm. No, it's not pee. The shallow waters. That's what I always thought. I was like, can I jump in and way over? Yeah, little kids do that stuff. I know you guys are cracking up, huh, Karen? Little kids do that though. So you think that's why the water's warmer closest to the beach. But then the farther out you swim, it gets colder. Well, then I got a hold of a guy that is um, that I was able to talk to, and he said, "Oh no, that's not true. It's not true. The water is getting warmer, but it's if your beach and your sand is hot, and the sun is bearing down on it and you're having a strong, hot summer, it's going to keep the sand hot. That warms the first part of the waters. And it could, he said, even go 20 feet in. And maybe, he said, it could even go 50 feet into the waters. So is this what's going on? Is we're just having a hot spell? What happens if we get hit with an ice age? We've been looking at this for uh, let's see, Bernie Sanders and even Al Gore. All of them were saying in 2000 that we were looking at a climate change, but then it was a global warming, then it was global cooling, then it was global warming, global cooling, global cooling, global warming. No, let's just call it climate change. It's Mother Nature. Folks, I hate to tell you, it's just Mother Nature's. 1,600 scientists came forward. That's a lot. That said the same thing I'm telling you. This isn't really um, global whatever. This is Mother Nature fixing herself. Whoever expected Mother Nature to jump in and fix what we do wrong? You know, it can't take the garbage out of the ocean. It can't heal the turtles with the straws in their necks. But Mother Nature can fix itself, and we just have to let her. Is that what they're doing with the Green New Deal? They're saying, let's just stop everything. Let's take everything away from you, and we will fix the climate change. It's not going to fix it. If it gets hot, we have solar flares. It's going to get hot. It's going to be there. There's no amount of cars that's going to fix a solar flare, huh? Yeah, Karen, I want to. Everything I do, I do. Karen says, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Yeah, everything I do, I just do. Y'all just have to put up with me. Ain't that right, Karen? I mean, you couldn't stop me when I told someone off. I talk about that story, and it's because it was really horrible, and the woman had no reason to go off on me. So Karen never could have stopped me. Even my sister was there. Nobody could stop me from doing what I did. I didn't beat her up. Don't worry. I didn't even give her beer away. I threw her Jello shots in the garbage. Yeah, yeah. She was ready to get me for Jello shots. She was a Karen, but yeah, Karen's got a horrible name because this was a Karen. She was like, ah, wasn't she? She was like, I don't know if she was growling or I don't know. What do you do when a Karen attacks you? You don't let them attack you. Yeah, you walk away. All right, so run, run, Dino, run. Oh my gosh, y'all got to see this one. Uh, I seen this and I about laughed till I cried. Uh, there is a dino race. Yeah, there are dinosaurs at race. It's called the Dino Rex Run, and it has to do with dinosaurs. Um, and I have to leave it here because I'm afraid it won't show if I don't leave it like where it's at. So, um, run, Tex, T Rex, run. Watch this dynamite race to the finish line. And on your mark, which dinosaur do you want? They all look, they're just different in heights. They all look the same. So, how do you know? Well, there's a couple gray ones in there. But how do you know who to root for? Run, Dino, run! Up, gray one down. Oh, yeah, look at their heads. They're all flop back. Hey, look, they can't run very fast. They're tailing they're definitely the last. And it even looks like by mine they got glowing eyes. Maybe that's why. Yep, he finished. Get that tail over the line. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. Next line. Here we go. Oh, there's a green one in there, folks. Okay. I think you guys got the picture. Run, T Rex, run. It's real. Wh- Why not go to one of these folks? You guys would be laughing. You guys would be cracking up. Find out stuff that happens in your town and go. It's like we got toad suck. And we have toadies, we have toady queens, we have a toady mayor. And we have toady races. Everything's about the toad. Yeah. They even win a big trophy at the end if their toad is fast enough. Uh, Go enjoy the stuff. Quit sticking at home and watching the horrible things that's on the news of today. Go and you know what? Never let your town get rid of this stuff. So the T Rex races, oh Lord. So I gotta stop this. I'm probably gonna get hit for the music. So yeah. Um Elton John, folks, spent the night in the hospital. I don't know if you heard about it. I had to go looking for it. I mean, I looked at CBS and NBC and all of them. Nobody had it that he spent the night in the hospital after a fall in his home in France. They say he's pretty much in good health, but the Elton John is 76 years old, slipped at his home and went to the local hospital just for precautionary measures. I believe he's back at home, but I like Elton John, folks. I don't care about what he does in his personal life. I like Elton John. You know, the bitch is back. Yeah. Um, when he did that song, a friend of mine, I was in junior high. My friend's mom seen that and she was like, he can't say that. He can't sing that. I said, it's a female dog. No, they shouldn't even be able to say that in the dog shows. And then she was on his teeth, how bad his teeth were. I was like, oh, and his clothing. He's trying to be like Liberace. All right. So Elton John, he spent the night in the hospital, 76 years old. Wow. All right. Thousands march to the 60th anniversary of MLK. I had a dream. His niece has been, and his other nieces, his kids, have been all over the media. Has anybody even listened? I had a dream that one day color wouldn't be an issue. This is what his nieces are and his daughters are saying. That blacks would be as equal as whites. There would be unity. He had a dream that one day we would all be equal and we didn't look at color, we looked at character. He had a dream. Doesn't that say a lot? It wasn't about the color, it was character. When did that all get washed out? And the Democrats fought him tooth and nail. Democrats in the southern states would burn down churches that he would speak at, places he would go and do his speeches, auditoriums, fields. Anywhere that Martin Luther King went to, the Democrats made sure they were there to stop him. I don't mean to be political, folks, but that's just plain truth. He had a dream that one day they would all be equal. It wouldn't be about color. It'd be about your character. Ebola, or no, I'm sorry, not Ebola, E. coli bacteria detected in the Grand Canyon's National Water Park supply. They're saying that it could be all the way to Phoenix. Um, I heard about this and I thought, wow. But then I thought how big the Grand Canyon really is, and their water supply is now been compromised with E. coli. They're suggesting you bring in your own water. Don't use the water in the park. Um, this is serious. We're getting to the end of the summer, and people like to take their vacations. It's a little bit cooler. But I think we need to start doing this. More and more, we're seeing water supply being tainted or something in it, E. coli or bacteria, chemicals. Even there's chemicals in the bottled water, folks. Chemicals in the masks. We just need to be careful and look at what we want for ourselves and our kids. So if you're going to the Grand Canyon National parks with the PARKS, so any of the parks in the Grand Canyon from Colorado all the way to Arizona, they're saying bring your in your own water. Just bring your in your own water going anywhere now for your kids, for your family, for yourself. Go buy a jug of water before you leave. Keep a jug in your car no matter what. You'll have a spare. And then buy water before you go. Get everybody bottled water that's in your car. It's now time that we need to think about cleaning up our water. And I'm big on ecology, and this really irks me that we're seeing. I mean, I used to go to Tahoe, and you could drink right out of the streams, the lake, and you can't do that no more. Now we couldn't go down lower. There was one place we went that I have to watch my time here. Um, we went and it had leeches, and my friends and stuff were swimming in it, and she comes out and she's like, I was like, "What's that?" And she was like screaming. You talk about everybody getting out of the water like there was a spider in the water. Oh yeah, they were. I've never seen them jump so high. Yeah, I mean, they were jumping up, and the rocks were slippery, but they were landing on 2 feet. I mean, they had like suction cups on their feet, uh, and they had leeches all over them. I was like, thank God I didn't get in that water. And then it made me start thinking, we can't really, and that was in the 70s, and 80s, mid 80s. We can't. We have to watch what we're doing with the waters, the rivers, the lakes. You can't just scoop up, even though it's clear and it looks good. Boy, the stuff that's in it could kill you. You watch those shows, Amazing Race or Survive or Naked and Afraid or Alone. They drink out of the water, but they boil it. If they boil it, is it really safe? I don't know. That's my thing. Is it really safe? The filtered water, is it really clean? Do we know? Is it going to get recalled in 5 years? See, that's me. I'm a whole conspiracy nut. Uh, is it good? Is it safe? And how did they clean it? And what did they do? How? When, where, how, why, what? Yeah, I'm all full of the questions because I want to know before I do it. Um, there is malware now that is coming up as an office app. Folks, you need to watch out for this. And I think this is what I got. Now that I read it today and I sent the article over to um, my computer guy. Hopefully he gets it. And it is, your Mac won't even notice it. This is an app that is actually a Trojan horse that unleashes an X-Loader malware onto your Mac. My screens are blue, folks. It's pretty blue. I wish I could show you. It won't show up. This screen here should be blue. I got it blue on my screen. Um, but it looks good to you guys. It's like, okay, if it's not blue, I'm going to go ahead. Uh, so this is something that starts changing your computer. And so um, it's called Office Note. It's an Office Note icon. And I did recently download some Office things it was an update. So I'm thinking this is what I got hit with. But the blue is pretty. Yeah. All right. I don't know if you guys heard about the San Diego bike theft. This guy walked into the guy's garage, and this is a 49-year-old, and there's a dog in the garage. He's like, "Oh, cute little puppy." Don't let people do that, folks. What he did is he like made buddies with the dog and then stole a bike. Well, he was arrested, but the whole thing was he was like, "I love you too, puppy. I wish I could take you home." Really? Um, let's see if I can get this up here. Here we go. Oh, that's a thief, folks. That is a thief. Bye bye, bike. I'm surprised he didn't take a bunch of them. Wow, wow, folks. That's just um, that's scary. They're gonna make buddies with your dog. Yeah, of course. Um, Airlines are starting to start. They're starting to, and there's one in the UK and there's one here. I believe it is United. I don't quote me on this because the article didn't say. I went looking. I thought United was one, and they're calling them K9 flights to where they're going to make it so every airline has a K9 flight that you can take your animals on. They said sometimes when people bring in their um, uh, mental support or support animals or disabled dogs, veterans with disabled dogs, it irritates other passengers. They said they can't be comfortable. They can't trust the dog. Yeah. Or they see a Chihuahua. They don't like Chihuahuas. Or it's a German Shepherd that's with a veteran. Oh, I don't like German Shepherds. They'll bite. They always come up with an excuse. You got a plane full, close to 100 passengers. There's going to be one or two or 10%, 1%, 5% that says they don't want your dog on their plane. So, pet friendly private jet firm aims to make travel with dogs and cats easier. And it is cotton on to UK that's doing one of their own, but it's starting to be a thought and maybe even a service offered to the United States called K9 Jets. Isn't that cool, folks? Um, all right, so Michigan animal dealer surrenders over 150 exotic pets endangered. It was a lot of little animals, folks, but he had about 150. He had those deers that are extinct. Um, I'm not really sure, and I thought that's what the article was going to be about. But the deers, they're whitetails or um, um, uh, there's another kind of deer. But it even goes with animals that are two toned, like a whitetail, deer, where there's white on it. And what happens is you'll get an actual white face. They look albino, but it's a deer and they're beautiful and they're extinct. He had quite a few of them and they were abused. So it was a good thing that this guy, I only, like I said, I seen that deer on there that I watch it. I would love to have one. Um, uh, but they're extinct and they don't want people owning them because they don't want people to hurt them or possibly them die and people making head ornaments out of them. But the DOJ, this is something the DOJ uncovered. Lo and behold, they're out chasing uh, people that are mistreating animals, but they're not getting stuff done in Washington. Wow. All right. So, um, we have, you kind of have to wonder with dog thoughts. I should have thrown in some baby thoughts. But, these are dog thoughts. And it says, I found a really good stick, but I chewed it too hard. And they broke in half, which was disappointing until I realized I have two sticks. Today has been an emotional roller coaster from one stick to two. These are dog thoughts. A human is hosting a pet get together this evening, and I am told there will be snacks. So, my goal, this is the dog thinking, will be to convince every single guest that I have not eaten in several weeks and I've been mistreated and underfed. I see it all the time, folks. My own dogs have done that. It's like, pretty, please. And they sit pretty. And they sit and they lay down and they make cute little rollovers and little whimpers. And oh, yeah, the guests can't stand it and they feed them half their plate. I had a long talk with my friend about how to spot a fake ball throw. The optimal strategy is to follow the ball with your eyes instead of your heart and the want to chase. Well, that's true. The human has a new friend coming over tonight, and I've prepared a simple entrance of survey for them. Do you like me? How much do you like me? Do you jump in puddles? I jump in puddles. Can I lick your ear, face, and wherever I want to lick and sniff, no matter the body part? Will you still like me? I'm ready to sniff you. Amen. Oh boy. Yeah, isn't that a dog? That would have to be a dog thought for sure. These are dog thoughts, folks. They're supposed to be funny. It's 10 different dog thoughts to tickle your heart. On our walk today, I tried to say hello to a person passing by, but they backed away and continued on. With so much, not even a smile, the human later explained that not everyone is going to like me. And I need to be okay with that. But there's one thing, I'm not okay. I didn't get to sniff. I roared on that one. I was like, oh, good grief, sniff. I have a very important message, says the dog. This is a German Shepherd, they say. It is of the highest priority and it requires your immediate attention, undivided attention, that snacks should be given hourly with a stare. Ooh. I add a growl to that, and I don't think you're going to get Jack. You're not going to even get Jack. It seems humans are so distracted. So I put my paw on their knee. And now they know that whatever it is, we're in this together. And if they don't, I bark. And if not, I've been taught to bite the knee. All right, folks, that's it for today. I've gone way over. I've been going 30 minutes this week. And I went over today, and maybe it's a little bit of what's going on in the world. And to tell you, you know what, me and Karen, we're here for you, and we really do appreciate watching. And even William I think I've got him addicted to me. I feed his doggy snacks. No, I'm teasing. All right, folks, you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed the shows last night. If you missed it, go back and watch. And, we'll be here this week with weather and lifestyle news. Share us, like us, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. That sure helps us to be seen on your page. You like and thumbs up and ring that bell. It will put it up on your subscriptions much easier in Facebook. So easy to find us on, not Facebook, I'm sorry, YouTube, folks. So you can find the video. Facebook, you could just scroll down and find it and share it. Tell your family and friends, you know what? Weather and lifestyle news is a big one. Now, I did not do earthquakes today. I run out of time, and I know everybody wanted to know about the 7.1. It is a 7.1, and then there was a earthquake that was real close to Michigan. It was small. There was 25 earthquakes. That's not much. Um, and I want to spend a lot of time on it. So come on back tomorrow, and I want to discuss what is going on with these earthquakes, because you'll see that now we're waiting on a 5.5 or above. He says Dutchens does. It could be even another 7. He's saying around Indonesia and China. I do agree with him. I'm thinking Vanuatu. Um, anyway, so that is it for today. You guys have a wonderful Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow, or come on back in about 10 minutes for news. It might take a minute or two for me to get the application set up for us to watch, but come on back. I got some important news. All right, folks, have a wonderful Tuesday, and God bless. God bless you, and God bless America.